Hey, who doesn't like a cold beer every now and then? We all have our favorites. There's ales, stouts, lagers, porters. Now the latest craze is ready-to-drink cocktails and seltzers. How do you make sense of it all? Well, it's a good thing we have the gurus from Katcef Brothers to sort it all out. Sit back, relax, eavesdrop for a bit as we talk about the latest beers, seltzers, cocktails, and the best local events that need to be on your calendar. You ready? Let's get to it.
We are back just before Valentine's Day with a crew from Katcef Brothers. How are you guys doing today?
Good, thanks, John.
Good. Well, we got Bill, we got Cassie, and
Friday.
Lauren. It is, but more importantly, we have two older women on the podcast today. They both celebrated a birthday this week. So happy birthday to both Lauren and Cassie.
Like older women.
I know. I was going to say, who's getting on the podcast?
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Right, but yeah, no, happy birthday. I hope you guys enjoyed it and did something fun and everything else. So another year around the sun and we're all set to go.
Yeah, it wasn't nearly as fun as years past when Cassie and I have celebrated our back-to-back birthdays together.
Yeah, true.
A little different this year, but
in some kind of bar establishment.
Hey, Super Bowl, amazing game. Although I didn't come out ahead on it as far as betting goes. I mean, I was kind of hoping that Mahomes would do something, but as somebody said, you just don't bet against Tom Brady, though.
You don't bet against Brady.
Right.
Can't.
Did you see the video where he was throwing the Lombardi trophy from one boat to the other to Gronk?
Yes. Did you see his tweet where he was talking about, where he said, nothing to see here, just some avocado tequila?
Yeah.
Like, helping him, like, stumble through the streets. I loved it. It was great. I'm not a huge Brady fan for whatever reason, but you can't argue, number one, the guy is
great.
The best, if not one of the best. And two, that seeing somebody who spends all of his time talking about how he doesn't eat sugar and doesn't eat carbs and doesn't drink alcohol, get a little
lipsy and
get a little sloppy and, have some fun and enjoy himself.
I'm in your,
I love it.
I'm in your end of the argument, Lauren, with I don't really like Brady, but he moved up a notch in my book after he had that interaction with Drew Brees after the game with New Orleans and was throwing the ball with his kids. I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut him some slack, but
dude.
It was. I'll tell you, the commercials were kind of good. I mean, it was obviously we were missing the Clydesdales, and that was a decided thing from Anheuser-Busch. Just said, and actually it was kind of weird. I was like, wait, I thought Budweiser wasn't doing it, but it was Budweiser the beer brand as opposed to Bud Light. Because when I saw the Bud Light commercial, I was like, wait a minute, I thought they weren't doing it, but it's the Clydesdales and Budweiser. But the corporate commercial that you guys did, hey, let me buy you a beer, was fantastic. Thought some of the commercials were great. The Bud Light lemonade seltzer was great, where it's it perfectly laid out 2020 with just like the sky falling with lemons pelting people left and right, which was
that was a fun one. I think they nailed it with Bud Light lemonade seltzer, and I thought the Bud Light one too. They've done such a good job of just keeping it honest. 2020 was ridiculous.
Why did the knight die?
I think the knight dies in a lot of things. He's like Toonces the cat. He just kind of died.
He fell off the cliff, and I was like, where did he go?
Oh.
And you pulled out all the stops with, or Michelob pulled out all the stops with the athletic ones. The you had Serena, you had I can't even name them all that were in there for the Mick Ultra was just a fantastic commercial there. And I saw where Serena Williams did an interview with somebody in her house, and they showed all of her award room, and she didn't know what one was, and she went down and she looked, she says, "Oh my gosh, this is like second place at Wimbledon. We get rid of this. We don't keep second place in the award room."
I would keep second place from Wimbledon.
Yeah, no kidding. Fun fact about Serena: do you know who her husband is, and what her husband is famously known for?
Reddit, isn't he?
Yeah, he started Reddit.
One of the founders of Reddit.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Well, I know that. That's a random trivia piece, but
it certainly is. But yeah, no, and some of the commercials were good. I thought Fiverr, you get anything done for $5 was great because they put that spoof on that Four Seasons landscaping, which was the.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
Which was I was just like, oh my gosh. Initially, I thought it was for Four Seasons. I'm like going, oh my gosh, tell me these guys got the biggest bump out of the election to be able to afford a Super Bowl ad. And then I realized it was Fiverr, which was cool. I thought Dr. Squatch was kind of funny, whatever that was. That was soap and body wash, I guess it was.
I think the AT&T ad The one where it broke up and then, Brady's calling Gronk. That was the best one in my opinion. Where he was like, "What? You need to come down to Florida? What?" And then it broke up and he was like, "Come out of retirement." That was
AT&T did it as well with Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton.
Or was it T-Mobile? It was either T-Mobile or AT&T. I don't know.
One of those two did it with the two where it's like the guy's like, yeah, no, I need like a some dumb country kind of a guy. It's like, wow, why are you here? They were kind of cute too. I think the win for me anyhow was the Jeep commercial with Bruce Springsteen.
You think so? I thought that was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was good. I mean, I was a little bit put off.
He's from Jersey. What is he doing in the middle of the country? He's from Jersey. I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, I've been to Jersey. My wife's from South Jersey. No.
I did take a little bit of offense that Bruce was actually in the commercial as opposed to his music. But I thought the commercial, I thought the message, I thought it was all between that one and the AB corporate one. The Anheuser-Busch corporate one did it for me. But interestingly enough, that Jeep commercial is apparently been pulled.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find it on
DUI.
DUI. Can't find it anywhere online. I guess it was good while it lasted.
Well, wherever he was in somewhere in Nebraska is a long way from Asbury Park. That's all I could tell you.
But
I love Bruce. He puts in 110% of all of his music. It's just he's looking rough these days, man. Oof.
He's like 73, 4, something like that. I mean, he's pretty old.
One of the best concerts I've ever been to. I mean, that
I
guy.
saw him a few years ago, and he was incredible.
I mean, he's awesome.
I'll tell
he's
you
awesome, but he's like Bono in a lot of ways to me.
Who's Bono?
He's the singer of U2. My opinion about that is shut up and sing. I don't need to hear your politics.
Well, I'll tell you, two of the longest concerts I've ever seen were Paul McCartney and Bruce Springsteen.
I love Paul McCartney too. Wings,
I mean, they just go on forever and ever and ever. But they also have a library to be able to go on forever and ever. I mean, New Kids on the Block, man, they're done in like 20 minutes. So it's,
Hold on. You went to see New Kids?
No.
Okay.
I was just saying if they were in concert and I would go, I'm sure that would be like 20 minutes and time for the opener. That's my take on the commercials. I thought, the game, a little bit of a runaway. I thought it would be a little bit closer, but
that part was disappointing, but
I'm curious.
We got a Super Bowl out of the year. You know what? We got a Super Bowl. We were lucky to get a Super Bowl.
That's true. And I can't wait to see what Mahomes ends up doing in his career. I mean, here's a guy that's 25 years old. Okay, Brady is what, 42, 3?
I think 42.
So Brady's at the tail end.
Yeah, he's a 7.
Yeah, I mean, but Mahomes has so much life ahead of him as long as he can keep healthy and not hurt himself or do something stupid. I'd be curious to see what this guy looks like in 20 years.
I'll be honest with you, like watching that game, he looked like he was playing backyard football. I mean, the defense made him look so bad. I mean, he looked terrible. Some
of them did. Some of the plays that he did, absolutely. And some of them he got out of them. I mean, there were any number of times where he should have been sacked, and he just.
Well, yeah, he looked like Tony Romo. Remember when Tony Romo was playing, and like he would run all the way down, like wherever it was, and throw the ball and do a Hail Mary, and then that's what he looked like the whole time. And like Tom Brady just looked like he was just like, hey, I'm going to take out the trash, man. You need anything while I'm out here? You need anything for store? I got you, man.
That's true. Well, February is almost over. We're in the middle of February now, so we're looking forward to March. And I know St. Patrick's Day is coming up, as well as the Shamrock Stroll. And I know last month we talked about the Shamrock Stroll is no longer just a singular day pub crawl, but it's a 31-day pub crawl. And it's actually very kind of cool because now the bars and the restaurants have all been able to expand their dining and, capacities and whatnot. So I think that's a plus for that. So, and the Shamrock Stroll is about, 2 weeks away now, Cassie?
Yeah, but let's back up to the Super Bowl again. We missed the Cutwater commercial. Cutwater first ever commercial.
Was it in there? I missed it.
It was in there. It was cut out with Cutwater. And then Lauren, you can touch on a little bit the new Cutwater mango margarita that they're.
Yeah, so the Cutwater commercial. John, do you watch Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
Have you watched Schitt's Creek?
Yep.
Stevie.
Okay.
Is the spokesperson, or was the spokesperson for this, and is going to be in future campaigns. But she was the host of the Cutwater commercial with Cut Out with Cutwater, which was very, very cool to see. It was neat to see Cutwater get, a commercial in years past. It's all been about Budweiser. And I do think it was interesting this year that they gave a lot of time to the seltzers and to Ultra and to Cutwater because RTDs are on the climb. And so we have a new package from Cutwater. It's the mango margarita. The lime margarita, the traditional style, has been our best seller from Cutwater since day one. Now we have a lime margarita to add, a mango margarita to add to that lineup. So I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I've heard wonderful things. And, we were all skeptical about the White Russian and how much did we like that. So I'm sure
that's true. And the Bloody Mary. I was a little bit skeptical on that as well.
Bloody Mary is still one of my favorites.
Still the go-to. Yeah, no, I missed that commercial. When did it show?
Oh, I actually don't remember where it was in the game that it came out, but we got a chance to see it prior, and it's on YouTube. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I must have been in the restroom.
Well, let's talk about the local restaurants that are involved in Shamrock Stroll.
Shamrock Stroll coming up 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, turning 1 day into 31 days this year. Supporting 11 local restaurants. So you can go to all of those restaurants, purchase your koozie with your 6 Bud Lights to go or in a bucket, or Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade or Bud Light Seltzer. There's some new flavors out too. So we're really excited to celebrate all month long.
Well, that's it's a little bit different because it used to be the with the seltzers in there now, because it used to be the sort of the Bud Light Shamrock Stroll.
Still Bud Light Shamrock Strolls, Bud Light Seltzer Lemonade, Bud Light Seltzer.
But you're adding into it. So what?
There you
go. Who are the folks that are going to be participating in this?
So I'll start down at City Dock at the Circle. We have Armadillo's, Dock Street, Middleton's, McGarvey's, Acme Bar and Grill, Ram's Head Tavern, Stan and Joe's, Fido Irish Pub, and then we also included Annapolis Smokehouse, Dark Horse, and Heroes Pub, all very local and great people to include in Shamrock Stroll this year. So we're excited to help all of these restaurants continue to drive business, not only in the beverage beer category, but also in the food category.
Well, you can get all of the information. If you're on Facebook, you just want to search for Shamrock Stroll, and it's right there, the 7th annual one, and it's 31 days, which is really kind of cool. I do it on your own time as opposed to the 4-hour or 6-hour window that you have.
Yes, so follow Shamrock Stroll via Facebook or Instagram, Shamrock Stroll Annapolis on Instagram, for all the details on how you can stroll with us and Bud Light.
Very cool. And as I said, the restrictions are starting to lighten up on restaurants and bars, and the vaccines are coming in. Has anybody gotten a vaccine yet?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably, last I heard I was like May or something like that. Not too long, but it's, so I encourage anybody that is comfortable dining out or drinking out, certainly to do that. Tip big. And if you
take every time, take care of your favorite bars, take care of your servers and your bartenders.
If you're not comfortable with it, do takeout, because these guys have really, one thing, all of these restaurants, and they're able to, give your favorite beers or cocktails to go as well. But they've really figured out how to do the carry out and the takeout really well. I know I was talking to Dick Franio at the Boatyard, and he said, we've modified our menu because some of our stuff that we sell in the restaurant doesn't travel well. And he says the last thing we want is to have, somebody call on us 30 minutes after they left us because something slid across, some box and is now uneatable. So that makes all the sense in the world. And they've really done a great job with it. I'm excited because I'm starting to see some tentative plans for events, real live events happening later on this year. And nobody's really, this is it, but they have. I know the boat shows are looking to do something over at the Bay Bridge Boat Show in the spring. I know the Rotary is looking to do something in September, and they're planning to go forward with it. So hopefully we're turning a corner and we're good to go.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about life getting back to some semblance of normal.
I know.
We're still a ways out, but every little inch that we get closer, it feels like there's light at the end of the tunnel.
And I do keep thinking back to that Bud Light lemonade commercial with the lemons just pelting out of the sky. It's like, how do I get out? How do I get out of 2020?
I have a question about that. In the Super Bowl, there was a guy that was just standing there with a lemonade sign. That seems like that was placed. Because no one had seen the commercial before and all that kind of stuff. Did you guys see that sign from the guy holding it?
I didn't, but I think if you look at a lot of outside of Super Bowl, but a lot of other marketing that's been going on since we turned over to 2021. I think the make lemonade out of lemons thing has definitely been a go-to. It's been used by a lot, so I wonder if that was just his own way of.
Well, I mean, that was the punchline of the commercial. There, it was like, "Yes, we know the phrase."
Yeah, like we're not the only ones who have done that, right? Like we're not the only ones who have made that connection.
Well, my question is the guy that held the sign out and said we'll streak during the fourth quarter for tickets, whether it was the guy that ended up streaking,
whether that was him, yeah,
whether it was him or not. That was that's another one I missed. I didn't miss that. I missed that as well. So
can't keep up with all of it.
That's true. Sunday is Valentine's Day. You guys got any significant others or honeys, or you guys turned me on to Galentine's Day a couple years ago, but. What's going on in your lives for?
Oh, Cassie's got a Babe 100.
What is that? Why are you drinking at work?
I'm not.
Oh, now she's showing it sealed. Okay.
Look what we made for you. Look at me. I'm trying to put it at the camera, and the camera's right in front of my.
It's not working.
Yeah.
You're just giving everyone a headache.
This doesn't work in podcasting, Cassie. This is an audio thing, but that's so. What's Babe 100?
It's for radio, right, Bill?
This can of wine is here for you. Just one is equal to the booze in a glass of wine, but with fewer calories. That's how much we love you. Babe 100 is serving you the refreshing, convenient wine moment that you deserve right now. Drink it with your friends or drink it without them.
Is that a Valentine's thing only, or is that a?
No, it's going national. They piloted it in California last year, just to see kind of what the pulse on it would be, and it was a huge hit. It is a 100-calorie, 8.5-ounce can of Babe, so the same format that you would normally pick up Babe in, but it's 100 calories per can, and it's meant to live kind of in that area between the seltzer drinker and the wine drinker. I think a lot of Babe's target demographic loves Babe and loves the packaging and loves the ability to drink wine, but also sometimes probably wishes that they had something a little bit lighter with a little bit less calories and a little bit less alcohol. So Babe 100 kind of plays in that space.
There you go. Now, what kind of wine is it?
It's a rosé.
Is it rosé?
So obviously capitalizing off of their most successful brand, Babe Rosé. So it's going to be cool. I'm excited for it. The social media stuff for it's been great. And I think the seltzer category and the RTD category are just running away with business right now, and they're exploding at a rate that things like Babe 100 can kind of slide in there and take part, and it's an endless opportunity at this point. Yeah, and the great thing that we've done with Babe in years past, and that kind of started our whole trajectory with Babe, was Buds and Babes, which is great for Valentine's Day too. So Budweiser's, Babes, his and hers, or hers and his, or anywhere in between. Buds and Babes are great pairing for Valentine's Day too. So I'm sure you'll see a lot of that in the on-premise, restaurants and bars for carry-out appetizers with a couple of Budweisers.
As we wrap up, we're going to get into this again in March, and we will be in the middle of Shamrock Stroll next month. I just got my finger pointed at me. Okay, so Kathy's like the third grade teacher with the finger up. That means you got to shut up and let the teacher talk.
She doesn't want us to have fun anymore. She just wants to talk, shop, and keep us on track. It's not be fun.
Can you share your screen, or allow me to share my screen so we can show you the Bill video? Because we just talked about Babe 100. We talked about Valentine's Day. We really need to show this video. Although, wait, not a video. We'll show the verbiage of it, but the video component is another element.
I don't know how to make how I can. Let's see.
So, host disabled participant screen sharing.
You know, the best part about this is that this was unadulterated meat.
Y'all really make me want to open this thing.
Okay, you are now the host, Cassie.
Okay. All right. So, Bill the Babe video brought to you by Bill the Babe.
Thanks for scanning. I really appreciate it, but I don't know what to tell you.
The whole point of Babe is like treat yourself and like do this for you.
All right.
Like that's the branding, not like
okay,
people
got it.
tell you.
With Babe Pinot Grigio, I can say yes, and I can say yes a lot. There's so much yes to this. There's so much yes in this. Good day. There's so much yes in every box. I just said it.
That was good.
Yes. Why are we yelling? So much yes. Buy it. Buy it. So much yes. Buy it. I'm looking at you because I'm mad. How should be able to... What do you want to know? Wine in a can, buy it.
Keep going. That was perfect. Do it again.
That was because of you. I learned it from watching you.
And to think they're spending all of these millions of dollars on marketing in California when you've got it right here. Wine in a can. Just buy it.
So that day was a lot of takes, and at the end of it, like, I just couldn't remember the line. Like, Lauren, she remembers the lines right away, and then I was tired, and I'm in a new position, and I'm just like getting, whatever. And then so like they were like, Bill, say this, and at the end of it, I was like, you know what? I was like, whatever. So like that's kind of what happened.
What was so funny about it was that the whole point of having Bill do it was that, John, like, you don't get an opportunity to see this, but when Bill presents and like samples beer to our sales team, like back when we were in person, Bill's really, really good at like sampling a beer in a way that like doesn't alienate it. And I mean, you've seen a bit of it, right? Yeah. Like when we used to do these in person and would taste beer. But Bill has this way of being very like kind of candid and fun about it, which, our company like loves it. So the whole idea was, what we were told was get Bill to do it and have him do it in the way that, the sort of carefree way that he does it in the meetings. And Bill would get up there and just be very like, I can't remember the lines. And we're like, no, just go, like, have some fun with it.
Oh, it was the best.
We just badgered Bill to like actually have a good time and stop trying to remember lines.
I mean, I cried. I cried, laughed, I cried again.
That's hysterical.
So
That's
funny.
hysterical.
It's really,
it's my favorite of all time.
And it's probably like 20, 30 minutes of us trying to like get that little snap. Like we made him dress up. Like it was great.
Yeah.
Well, Bill willingly put that can on and it fit him.
I'm surprised it fit, actually.
Bill's a legend. We made him, and then we just managed to get it on film.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Babe Skinny can, right? For Skinny Bill.
Yeah, for Skinny Bill.
All right, guys. Have a great Valentine's Day. We will see you in the midst of the Shamrock Stroll when we record our March one. And I'm going to go and figure out my starting point for the Shamrock Stroll. I can't wait to get my Bud Light koozie and add it to my collection. All righty, guys. We will see you next month.
Thank you, John.
Bye.
John.
This Ian Annapolis bonus podcast has been brought to you by Katcef Brothers, the area's largest beer distributor. Please check them out at thegreatestbeers.com. Oh, and don't forget to check out IonAnnapolis.net for all your local news, opinions, and events.